All hail Biafra. This is Biafra Liberation Army Network coming to you again. Please do subscribe, like, share, and comment.
Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile, Simon Ekpa, has mocked the Ohanaeze Union for raising alarm and lamenting that nobody is coming to their meeting again. This is quite interesting, honestly. Could it be a vote of no confidence on the supposed leadership of Ohanaeze Ndibo? Your take on this?
Our able Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, will not come out and say anything without being sure. I agree with him and believe with him that Ohanaeze Ndibo is lamenting. Because I know that one day it will be like this. You can only fool people, a group of people, for a while. You cannot fool all the people all the time. The people that are going to this Ohanaeze Ndibo, we are blindfolded by those criminals, call themselves leaders of Ohanaeze Ndibo. They were blindfolded. They were under spell. Ohanaeze Ndibo themselves were under spell of Fulani. Then the Fulani, that spell affected those are following the trend of Ohanaeze Ndibo.
So can we know the history of Ohanaeze on what they stood for? Who initiated this Ohanaeze and for what purpose? And where are they now?
Now, I'm coming to that, your request. For Ohanaeze Ndibo, people to start going away from Ohanaeze Ndibo, this have shown you a vote of no confidence in that social cultural group. There's no constitution now, constituted Ohanaeze Ndibo now. And this was to prove to federal government that Ohanaeze Ndibo is not the one that controlling Biafrans, controlling Igbos, controlling South and controlling Southeast. They're only controlling their belly. And this will prove to them that Simon Ekpa and the Onyenduai, our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, and the Onyenduai, our emperor, Biafran emperor, now, Nnamdi Kanu, is the one that controlling Biafran, South, Southeast. He's the one that people listen to now. These two men are the people of Biafrans are listening to. No more Ohanaeze Ndibo. This to show Fulani and other ethnic groups in Nigeria that whosoever dealing business with Ohanaeze Ndibo now is illegal. They are on their own. From Janu Newodo to let Georgie Obioso and to this people Potamus, see how we big. They are on their own. All the whole prominent leaders or executives in Ohanaeze Ndibo, they are leading the people that are following them, misleading them. Then the people I have closed now, have opened, the spell, the veil have torn. So they start deserting, pulling themselves away. Because they have seen that Ohanaeze Ndibo will never lead them to anywhere than destruction. Will never lead them to the freedom they're looking for. Will never help them to actualize Biafra. They leave them. Now, Ohanaeze Ndibo has no constitutional right or any power that could state them now to be saying they are the people that we decide. Ohanaeze Ndibo was from, I think, 1967 or 68. When after Ironsi have bombed Igbo Union, because after Ironsi took over, aborted the Zogu revolution because he was among them revolutionized into grave. They pursue him. He run and enter Ikeja military cantonment and organize boys against his enemies and crush them. Then terminate Zogu revolution. Immediately took over. First thing he did was to ban all the social cultural group, both Arewa, Egboson, I think Egboson movement, Yoruba own, and ban the Ohanaeze. Ban the Igbo Union. Because why? British was afraid of Igbo Union. All the whole Nigeria was afraid of Igbo Union. That time, British called it Igbo Union Government of Nigeria. That's what British refer to Igbo Union. Igbo Union Government of Nigeria. Igbo Union are force that stand for Nigeria. Speaking for Nigeria at that time. If for speaking for Nigeria, they are force. They don't allow British to have British space. But after Irosi was eliminated through his foolishness, they restore Ohanaeze. They restore Arewa. They restore Arewa and restore Egboso boys or something in Yoruba land. But Igbo Union was not restored because we are in the war. Not only war, they don't want to hear it in the Igbo Union again. Then it was that time, during that war, that Ohanaeze and Igbo were formed by Ojukwu so that they can take to the social cultural group to make the message reach to the grassroots. And that time they were functioning well. Then after the war, Ojukwu left. Ohanaeze and Igbo was silent. But Jerome Udoji and others came back after the war, want to revive Igbo Union. The one said no, nothing like Igbo Union, nothing like Igbo social cultural group. But Arewa was restored, Egboso was restored because of the role Igbo Union played. British and Gowan, Nigerian government said no. Then Igbo Union was banned forever. And Ohanaeze and Igbo, because of the fear, losing the war, the more prominent people, the main voice of the people, the main lovers of the people in Ohanaeze and Igbo withdraw because of fear. I think it was in the 80s that Ohanaeze and Igbo start coming up. By that time, money mongers, belly seekers have entered into Ohanaeze and Igbo, working underground. To the extent, when Ojukwu returned, Ojukwu attended Ohanaeze and Igbo. It was because of the influence of Ojukwu that this man, Eret Achizie, Colonel Achizie, the late Colonel Achizie, become Ohanaeze and Igbo General President. And after that, Achizie, the late Colonel Achizie, after he left Ohanaeze and Igbo as President General, Ohanaeze and Igbo fought to the mess. Those Efulef, Southeast, money mongers, who betrayed their brothers for the sake of money, took over Ohanaeze and Igbo and tarnished it. Without minding that there's no constitution again, or power again constituted them, they tarnish it, start leading people astray, start buying money, buying this thing. Look at, there was a time where Bode George, one of the PDP strongholder, I think it was Admiral Bode George, when they start demolishing Igbo houses before the election, this one came out and advised the Igbos with a true heart that they should go back home and develop their place. That if it's their place, they develop. Nobody have right to come and destroy their properties as they are destroying it now. This immediately Wanyam said, no. Wanyam should mind his own business. Igbo should develop Lagos, develop wherever they are. And he have not come out one day to condemn the demolition of people's property. But a Yoruba man take the Igbo's truth, they come so that federal government will see him as a good man, as a man who loves Nigeria more than Igbo, so that they be giving him money. Then what tell me why people, you cannot defend them, you cannot fight for them, you cannot do anything good for them, then using them as a thread to make business. Why would they desert you? Another thing I'm praying is this Ohanaeze Igbo youth, because the youths are the power of the nation. The youths are the future of the nation. The youth are the caterpillar and bulldozer. They are the grader and bulldozer and excavator of any nation. Let this Ohanaeze Igbo youth rebel and go their own way. Let all of them rebel and join IPOB, autopilot, under Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister. And those people who have been deserting, pulling themselves from Ohanaeze Igbo, should rethink twice with a genuine heart, with a genuine mind, with one spirit, faithfulness of Biafra, to join IPOB autopilot under control of Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister, until when our Onyendu Emperor Nnamdi Kanu come out. Let all of us work for the achievement, betterment of our future, liberation of our generation, preservation of our culture, preservation of our language, preservation of our dialect, preservation of our religion, preservation of our soul. Let us work to hand and work hand in hand to bring our emperor, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Onyendu, because now I, Okokondem, the new Okokondem, have given Nnamdi that title, emperor. Emperor, he's the emperor. He has proved that he's emperor. He has proved that he's a man who can govern his people well. From henceforth, our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, please, at your command, I'm pleading at your command, let it be known from you to the whole world that henceforth from today, Nnamdi Kanu is not ordinary leader, he's an emperor of Biafra.
Thank you once again, Mazi Okokodem, for your wonderful submissions. Your parting words.
My parting word is that the Spirit of God that touch the subjects of Ohanaeze Igbo to open their eye and make them to realize themselves to be coming out from Ohanaeze Igbo. Let that spirit influence every Biafran to open their eye to see reason why they should leave Ohanaeze Igbo and leave Biafra and leave Nigeria, so that all of us will go back home with one spirit, one soul, one blood of faithful Biafrans to go back home. Whether you are south, whether you are southeast, we should pull ourselves. That spirit should possess every Biafrans. This 40 states of Biafra, our able Prime Minister have announced. Let the same spirit touch every one of us to pull back home, to go and build our Biafran nation, to be greater nation.